Tonight, which celebrity speaks out about sexuality? And in our Idol Watch, who sang their last song this week?
Plus, which two artists just signed multi-million-dollar deals? We'll find out. This is RMU Tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this edition of RMU Tonight for April 3rd, 2008. I'm Amy Morgan.
And I'm Kevin Williams. For the next 30 minutes, we'll be your source of music, movies, games, and gadgets here at RMU. There's a lot to get to, so let's get started. We begin tonight with RMU's top story. This week marks the second week that RMU students have been protesting the loss of Super Saturday. Still, the university backs its decision despite student protest. RMU-TV's Bill Romango had a chance to sit down with Dean of Students John Michaelenko about this year's spring activities.
SpringFest 2008, a lot of students here at Robert Morris had questions that they needed answered. Well, I asked those questions to Dean Michaelenko, and here's what he had to say.
I'll be honest with you, one of the big reasons we had to look at this is that the amount of underage drinking and the public intoxication that was occurring, and it was getting out of control. This actually came up over a year ago. It's actually before SpringFest 07 to say, geez, what are we doing here? We need to look at the safety, the security, the liability, our students. We want them to have a good time, but we want to do it in a way that represents the school well and is good for them. And we allowed the 07 one to go, and that one, after observing it, was probably one of the larger ones that we've ever experienced. And very few people complain when the tuition letter went out that it went up 9%, but the memo goes out and says SpringFest canceled, and suddenly there's a Facebook site with 900 members. So it's a little interesting that where our priorities are set here. I think it's just important for people to understand that this was not an easy decision, that when we look at what, as an institution, what our role is to protect our students, and we're also required to abide by the law. And I just think that people need to respect that. On that Saturday, if people wish to go out and barbecue and throw a frisbee and play volleyball, and they're having fun with one another, if they're not drawing attention to anything and they're being responsible and safe, so be it.
The debate still rages on. One thing is for certain, SpringFest 2008 will not occur this year. However, there will be some fun events, so you'll definitely want to look out for those and take advantage.
Despite protests and signage, the university has still not reversed its decision to lift the ban, and as of the end of semester draws near, hope is starting to dwindle that there will be a Super Saturday 08. Many have fond memories of Super Saturdays past, while those new to the university have never ever actually seen it in real life. So we here at RMU Tonight decided to go back in time and see why this tradition is so hyped every year. And to show how much of a tradition it is, here's some archive footage from the Robert Morris College Super Saturday 1996. So did you enjoy the Velcro wall?
I'm kind of sad that I won't get to see the Velcro wall or, or
or
anything.
the gladiatorness.
So what are your plans then for the Saturday before finals?
My friends and I were talking about it. Probably gonna like barbecue anyways. Bring some steaks maybe.
We're gonna do that. The one in front of Ross and Hamilton.
Yeah.
You should join our party.
So Kevin and I can join each other.
Come to the Ross and Hamilton grill picnic table right out front there, and it'll be an RMU Tonight party.
Nice party.
So let's move on now, and here's the latest in music news. Two of today's most established artists are now going to be around for a long time, thanks to a Live Nation according to Billboard magazine and the Chicago Tribune. Live Nation, one of the world's biggest concert and music retailers, has just signed two major deals. One, a 10-year deal with rapper Jay-Z, the other, a 12-year deal with rock legends U2. The deal includes new albums and major touring. The total value of U2's deal was not disclosed, although Jay's is estimated at $150 billion, with a B, dollars. And it's still another month before the much-anticipated autobiography of Bobby Brown hits shelves. But today the book is getting some early controversy. In Bobby Brown, The Truth, the Whole Truth, and Nothing But, Brown claims that ex-wife Whitney Houston first introduced him to drugs. Brown goes on to say that during their 15-year marriage, both himself and Whitney had relationships outside of their marriage. Brown and Houston were married in 1992 and divorced last year and they were married during the height of their popularities. Together they have one daughter who is now 15 years old.
REM lead singer Michael Stipe has been out about his sexuality for some time now. The 48-year-old singer has been candid about being gay. He described himself as a queer artist in a 2001 interview with Time magazine and named an Out magazine Out 100 list of gay celebrities. In recent news, he was interviewed by Spin magazine and revisited the topic. He says that he was always honest with people close to him, but now recognizes that it is important for people in the public eye to be open about such matters. According to Yahoo.com, he quotes, "Now I recognize that to have public figures be very open about their sexuality helps some kids somewhere out there. Their new album, Accelerate, is now available in stores." Fall Out Boy's bassist Pete Wentz admitted to MTV that he tried to kill himself a couple of years ago. Wentz says that he was in his car and overdosed on the drug Ativan while listening to the song Hallelujah. The Ativan is a drug that affects chemicals in the brain that may become unbalanced and cause anxiety. Luckily, his mom was called by his boss because he called off work and was slurring his words. They immediately rushed Wentz to the hospital and talked about his suicide. And now he is involved with Half of Us suicide prevention campaign, alongside the likes of Mary J. Blige and Smashing Pumpkins' Billy Corgan. So, what songs are on the top of the charts this week? Let's take a look. Top 5 music videos. Number 1, Mariah Carey, Touch My Body. Number 2, Rihanna, Don't Stop the Music. Number 3, Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown, No Air. Number 4, Alicia Keys, No One. And number 5, Britney Spears, Break the Ice.
Now here's a look at the top 10 radio singles, courtesy of radioandrecords.com. Coming in at number 1 is Sarah Bareilles with Love Song. Chris Brown moves and falls out of the top spot, down to number 2 with You. Flo Rida and T-Pain are at number 3 with Low. Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown number 4 with Low. Miley Cyrus is at number 5 with See You Again. Number 6 is Rihanna's Don't Stop the Music. Number 7 is Buckcherry with Sorry. Usher and Young Jeezy move up into the top 10, up to number 8 with Love in the Club. Mariah Carey is at number 9 with Touch My Body, and new artist Leona Lewis is at number 10 with Bleeding Love.
The top 3 albums, and they are all debut. Number 1, Day 26, Day 26. Panic at the Disco, Pretty Odd. And number 3, Counting Crows, Saturday Nights and Sunday Mornings.
Those look all like great music, but I was in New York City this past week and I actually bought a CD, and it's an artist that no one's heard of.
Which one?
Kathleen Edwards. She's kind of alt country. She's really kind of independent, and I've listened to it about 15 times in the last few days. But
I didn't pick you as a country fan.
Yeah,
Really?
Don't you remember on Halloween I was a trucker?
Oh, that's right. I did
Yeah.
forget that. Okay.
All right, well, up next, which new flicks hit the big screen this weekend? And which one should you go see? We'll find out right after this. Stick around.
Do I go? Tomorrow is Friday, and that means that new movies are coming to a theater near you. Let's see which ones make their debuts this week. In theaters this week, Leatherheads, Flight of the Red Phoenix, Jack and Jill versus the Balloon, Backseat, Meet Bill, My Blueberry Nights, Nim's Island, Sex and Death 101, Shine a Light, and The Ruins. And that one is a foreign film. I actually was reviewing that, and it looked quite interesting.
Oh, wow. So a lot of movies.
Yes.
Well, last weekend, a ton of good movies made their way into theaters. So let's see which ones brought in the most people and the most money with the box office numbers. At number 1 was the movie 21 with $24.1 million. Horton Hears a Who was at number 2 with $17.4 million, followed by superhero movie Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns and Drillbit Taylor. Shudder, the horror film, was at number 6 with $5.2, followed by 10,000 BC. The MTV film Stop Loss debuted at number 8 with only $4.5 million, followed by College Road Trip and The Bank Job at number 10. One of the movies coming to theaters this weekend is Leatherheads, the pigskin comedy starring George Clooney, Renee Zellweger, and John Krasinski. But does the movie go the whole 9 yards? Here's a sneak peek.
Sweet.
I love playing football.
For a special breed of men called Leatherheads, the rules were simple.
You hit anybody that comes near him.
There were no rules.
Oh, I like him.
But when the game they love was going under,
We're broke now. Our season just started.
time to pack it up and go home. Dodge Conley had the plan
It's your intention to legitimize professional football?
to build it back up.
Carter Rutherford leaves Princeton to play for the Duluth Bulldogs.
What? You ever hear of Carter Rutherford, the bullet?
War hero football boy?
They've got a completely different style, Carter. How are you going to adjust to that?
Maybe they'll just kind of adjust to me.
So you're a sports writer.
Why not?
Hey, what's a girl doing on the press box?
Certain jobs are always going to be done like that.
Big strapping man?
Now, two of football's biggest stars will find themselves competing
The real story is the matchup between the Bullet and teammate Dodge Conley.
over the one woman
You're the kind of cocktail that comes on like sugar but gives you a kick in the head.
who can throw them for a loss.
You think you're the slickest operator in Duluth. But being the slickest operator in Duluth is kind of like being the world's tallest midget, if you ask me.
It's too bad we know each other so well. We might have gotten along.
Well, I'll live.
Alone.
A couple of plays we ran at Princeton.
A lot of our plays are pretty strong.
These are a lot like your plays, only a little more effective.
some decisions to make.
In a minute.
Where were you two?
Nowhere.
This spring,
Game of professional football has come of age.
That means rules. We never played any game clean.
let the games begin.
Throw one.
You're the injured party, you get the first punch.
Leatherheads.
Stay away from my right knee.
Watch my left shoulder.
Also my right hind quarter.
Well, you wouldn't punch me in the back, would you?
Let's just go for the face.
Dude, just hit me in the face.
To me, Leatherheads looks funny and promising, although the reviews are a little mixed. Michael Phillips of the Chicago Tribune says, tragically, Leatherheads is just okay, while Rafer Guzman of Newsday says Clooney imbues Leatherheads with an irresistible charm and intelligence, raising it far above the average period piece. So with mixed reviews like these, the only way to decide whether Leatherheads is a good movie is to go out and see it yourself, which is what I would recommend.
It looks okay. Like, it looks kind of cheesy in a way, don't you think?
I think it looks kind of funny. It should be interesting. I like the back in time kind of
I like the
movies.
actress, like Renee Zellweger's okay, but I like Don Krasinski from The Office. So.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yep, we'll see. Well, in other movie news, it wouldn't be RMU Tonight without a preview of the newest horror flick. Here's a look at The Ruins, a new thriller starring Jonathan Tucker and Jenna Malone. Let's take a look.
Pass.
I want to go.
Come in.
This feels weird, Jeff. Why won't they come near us?
Wow.
It's beautiful. Something's on me.
They won't let us leave.
Why are they doing this?
Got something to do with the ruins.
Get off me! It's inside me. I got it. I'm not okay. I keep saying I'm okay. I'm not okay. Why won't you look at me?
The critics from RottenTomato.com feel that the lineup of characters sounds like a setup for a joke, but the followers of the Horror Handbook on movie stereotypes closely. The book is well written, but the characters are on the island side. The movie's monster, which leads it to its sci-fi element, is fairly ridiculous, which makes it perfect for a Hollywood big screen adaptation then. Are you going to see the movie, Kevin?
No, because I don't pay and see bad movies.
Yeah, it doesn't look that good.
It just looks cheesy. It looks like no one's going to remember it in a year. So
it doesn't look very good at all. I don't
so
think so.
I'm just going to skip it. Oh well.
You're going to skip it.
But we go now from horror to fantasy. Well, science fiction, that is. And unlike the typical sci-fi movie, which is cast with unknowns, our next trailer, Nim's Island, stars an established and award-winning actress. Starring Jodie Foster, as well as Gerard Butler and Abigail Breslin, here is Nim's Island.
Adventure writer Alex Rover has sold millions of books to fans all over the world. And she's done it all without ever leaving the house.
Are you always like this?
Like what?
Scared to get out and touch the world.
I'm not scared to go out. Excuse me, can you just leave it over?
And Alex Rover's biggest fan is a girl named Nim, who lives with her dad on a secret island.
Hey, Sophie! The new Alex Rover book. Excellent!
But when her island is threatened, she'll reach out to her favorite hero.
Dear Alex Rover, my father's lost at sea, and our island's being invaded. I need you, Alex Rover.
But I'm not that Alex Rover.
You're definitely not.
She thinks I'm you, and you're not even real.
Let's do it.
Do what?
Go. Be the hero of your own life story.
Don't hand me that line. I wrote that line.
Let's go save that little girl. What are you afraid of?
Everything!
Now, two people who are worlds apart
Bag check! Not allowed. Not allowed. Not allowed. Next.
will come together
I'm looking
for Fire Mountain?
You need gold.
I don't need to go. No, thank you. You should wash your hands before you touch anything else.
For one extraordinary adventure.
I'm gonna die!
I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Can't say that. You're a hero.
I'm not a hero. Just a helicopter pilot. Beautiful ocean. Doesn't it feel just great?
No, it doesn't feel just great.
This spring, journey to a place
That girl needs you. The island's already lost.
Never!
where imagination
Today we fight for our piece of the world!
runs wild.
Get on!
Abigail Breslin, Jodie Foster, and Gerard Butler. Nim's Island.
I took a plane, I took a helicopter, I stole a boat.
Unless you're planning on taking your little brother or sister to see this movie, and by little I mean 12 or younger, you might not find Nim's Island so great. Bill Gutekunst of the Arizona Republic says Nim's Island is an old-fashioned kids movie. Parents might find flaws, but the younger set will find characters and a movie worth rooting for. Overall, Nim's Island gets the green light with critics, but not exactly a movie that you should admit to your college buddies that you saw alone. So,
Like your college buddies?
I'm not gonna go see that actually.
I don't think I will either. If I had like my little cousin or something with me. It looks cute though.
Yeah, it
so
does. So, I don't know.
It might be good. We'll see.
Maybe.
Well, coming up, we have gadgets, gizmos, and Super Pee-Pee Brothers. Stay tuned. In Idol news, Ramiel Malube was voted off Wednesday night after her performance of Do I Ever Cross Your Mind during Dolly Parton Week. Simon and Randy thought it was a weak performance, but Paula loved her connection with the audience. Paula said on one of her performances, "You're a very big talent in a very small package." According to Yahoo News, Jerry Seinfeld from the popular show Seinfeld was in a rollover car wreck Saturday night in East Hampton, New York. After his brakes on his 1987 Fiat BTM stopped working. He pulled the emergency brake and then swerved to keep the car from going into an intersection and came to a stop a few yards away from the highway. Seinfeld, 53, did not require medical attention, and he returned to his East Hampton home.
A classic TV show could be coming to prime time with new contestants and a new host. Entertainment Weekly reports that NBC is in talks to revive Family Feud for a primetime celebrity edition. The show could be on the air as early as this summer. And who are they looking for to host the show? Survey says, TV weatherman Al Roker. Well, what would you do for $500,000? Live on a deserted island? No. Be a singing idol? No. What about work for Donald Trump? No. How about spend a nice, relaxing summer living in Los Angeles? That sounds fun.
Sounds fun.
Sounds easy. If this sounds like a good summer idea, then the TV show Big Brother is for you. The CBS hit reality show is now casting for its 10th season, and auditions are coming to Pittsburgh. Big Brother follows a group of strangers in a house surrounded by cameras and microphones capturing their every move and word. If you're outgoing, intriguing, and competitive, then check out the auditions this Monday, April 7th from 3 to 7 at the Pittsburgh Technical Institute in Oakdale.
Kevin, you should try out. Did you hear these qualities?
I've actually watched every single season of Big Brother since it came out, and
I watched the first one. That was it.
I'm actually a legal Big Brother nut.
So is it a guilty pleasure, or do you not mind saying that you watch Big Brother?
I brag about it, actually, openly,
You brag
on
about
TV.
it? I don't brag. I wouldn't brag about that. It's not the best show in the world. That's just my opinion.
You're not the best show in the world.
Wait, that means you're saying that our show's not good.
Let's move on.
Okay. Well, this past Tuesday, ThinkGeek.com was advertising for a game from Japan called Super PP Brothers. This in itself was unusual because ThinkGeek does not normally carry video games. However, the game itself was most definitely stranger. The game features a Wiimote harness that you strap on like a pair of underwear and use to virtually pee into toilets. On screen, they had a product picture and a YouTube video example. However, when you wanted to add the item to your cart, you got this screen. ThinkGeek, you got us. Congrats on an impressive April Fool's.
That's a good idea.
I was pretty upset, and so was our producer, Adrian. She actually wanted to get it for her boyfriend. It was so funny.
I can just imagine the agony of like, he would love this. I can imagine her sitting there at the computer and,
that's exactly what happened.
and then just being
actually.
completely disappointed that it was a joke. I didn't get anyone on April Fool's Day this year, did you?
I got a lot of people, actually. I got quite a few people. I told my entire dorm hallway that my dog passed away because my dog actually visits, like, because he's small. He's like a little Yorkie. And
I think I've seen your dog then.
Probably. And I told everyone that my dog Willie died, and I started to get like tears, and everyone was like, "Oh, give me a hug." And then I was like, "April Fools." They were so mad. So
Wow.
that was my big joke, I guess. But
Good for you. I didn't get anyone, so.
yeah, well, maybe you should have.
I should have, actually.
Well, in clock news, actually, do you ever have trouble waking up in the morning? Perhaps you need a little clocky in your life. No, I'm not making up words here. The clocky is a real gadget that literally runs away from you until you wake up. When the alarm sounds, clocky will start to beep. You can either set him to run away immediately, the alarm sounds, or you can set it to snooze, and then clocky will start beeping again and run away. Clocky was created by Boston-based designer Guari Nanda and comes in 4 colors: cocoa, raspberry, almond, and aqua. Clocky is sold for $50 and is available to buy online.
That sounds so annoying.
I don't think I would get clocky.
I would not either.
I'm not a morning person. I would be very annoyed.
I'm just fine with, I wake up, so I wouldn't need to chase something around.
I'm not a morning person at all.
I can't even imagine. I mean, maybe an incentive because it comes in 4 different colors. I mean, maybe
Aqua
a cocoa
looks cool.
clocky would make me want to chase it around.
You would get cocoa? Is cocoa your color? I think I would get aqua or raspberry look neat.
Maybe that would make all the difference, just the color selection.
The color selection.
Who knows?
Clocky, let's see. It'd be on your, this bedside table. I guess in our dorm, it's like,
I use my
don't know.
dresser.
I use my dresser too. So Clocky would be on my dresser, probably fall on my bed because my dresser's literally right by my bed, and maybe crawl on top of me. Would that be possible?
Well, probably what would happen to me is that it would fall off, and since I don't have glasses or contacts, I'd probably trip on it, but
Yeah,
whatever.
So I don't think I'm going to get that.
Finally tonight, just when you think every old movie, TV show, and song has been remade, another one rears its ugly head. This week, Entertainment Weekly learned that Universal Pictures is in its early stages of adapting the 80s TV hit Magnum P.I., my mom would love this, to the big screen. Tom Selleck, if you're not familiar with the original show, starred as Thomas Magnum. So 20 years later, who takes the lead? Why not Matthew McConaughey? That's right, the annual People magazine Sexiest Man Alive has been offered the role of Magnum. No word yet if he's accepted the role or if he will grow a mustache for the role. I hope he does both.
You hope he grows a mustache?
Or the mustache and not the role.
He is pretty sexy. I like Matthew McConaughey.
I
He did get Sexiest Man Alive or something
A couple of times.
Really?
Yeah,
You would know that.
you're right.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for tonight. As always, thanks for tuning in.
Be sure to tune in next week. We'll have a special look at the Colonial Theater's production of 1776, and be sure to tune in for Colonial Sports Center at 9:30. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.